Polish judges and prosecutors were presenting, I mean, the situation is pretty serious, and these judges who try to defend the rule of law and try to defend the independence of judiciary are being harassed, intimidated. So there is, seems to me, an attempt to undermine the independence of judiciary, of the prosecution on the part of the government, and that's why the Article 7 proceedings were launched by the European Union. And the situation is even more difficult at the moment because we have a ruling of the European Court of Justice which casts doubt on the legitimacy of the National Council of Judiciary, which appoints judges, and on the disciplinary chamber of the Polish Supreme Court. And now it seems that those who want to apply this ruling of the European Court of Justice are being persecuted and are being harassed, and that's, I think, for the European Union a situation which cannot be tolerated, and we must act, and we must keep the Article 7 process on the agenda.
The situation of Polish judiciary is absolutely critical. Such central organs preserving the independence of the judiciary as the Constitutional Court, as the National Council of the Judiciary, as big part of the Supreme Court has been already politically subordinated, and now we still have a part of Supreme Court which is independent, and now the ruling camp is going to take control over this body as well. And now the situation is like that those judges who try to follow the Court of Justice of the European Union judgment of 19 November this year are immediately targeted by the disciplinary proceedings, by the newly created organs. They are suspended in performing of judicial duties, and now the ruling camp is going to introduce the law which punishes judges with very serious disciplinary sanctions, including removal from judicial profession, for trying to follow the directives of the Court of Justice of the European Union.
If you were judging a case and you thought that there was a question of European law, do you think that judges in Poland will now hesitate to refer a case to the European Court of Justice, given the situation?
It depends on the kind of case, but there is quite a big category of politically sensitive cases concerned with the application of the European Union law, and in such case, the judge who decides to refer request for preliminary ruling to the Court of Justice is already able that he can face disciplinary proceedings or even criminal proceedings. So we are adjudicating with a gun of potential disciplinary or criminal proceedings. It's not that kind of independence of the judiciary which is natural for the center of Europe.
Are Polish people worried about the situation with the judiciary? Is it something that they see as a problem?
Well, there is a huge Soviet-like propaganda, very massive in the public media, and in spite of the fact that 80% of Polish society supports Poland staying in the European Union, people are not aware how dangerous are these changes and how much they undermine Polish position in the European Union.
We're in Brussels today, you're in the Parliament meeting with MEPs, but we have all the heads of state, all the heads of government meeting in the Council. What would you say to them? What do you want them to do? What can they do?
Polish judiciary is just one step from being completely breached and reorganized in a way which is characteristic for the autocratic countries. If you want to preserve the integrity of Europe, you have to do something. You have to apply hard interim measures aiming to freezing of the new mode of disciplinary proceedings in Poland immediately. Otherwise, in a few months, it will be too late.